It's back.
It's back.
There it's back.
Yay.
Hello.
People, say something.
Okay, so are we going to continue or are we going to redo the whole thing?
No, of course we redo it like.
Maybe-
Shot number 2.
Okay. Is it still playing? Yeah. Okay. I see the sound. So we had Eric introducing us, and he said really bad things about the movie.
Yeah.
So maybe you can repeat it.
Yeah, I was blown away by the things that I've seen. I was really complimenting these guys all over the place, and suddenly the broadcast stopped. So believe you me, I've seen some really cool visuals, and I can't wait to see it finished. Really.
Good, thanks.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, so this time we start clockwise with Sergey. Sergey has the highlight of the week.
Project X.
So, how's Project X?
Every single time I started working on it, it was like some disaster happened, like random farm explodes or something different. So quite some time was spent like on some technical stuff and some release targets and then code review thingy. I almost do have like a, how it's called, self-shadow intersection things, which allows you to disable self-shadowing. It's kind of crucial to have the shadow catching, and which is like in any way. And there is some typo in the code which makes crashing in certain circumstances, but I didn't finish it because it's 6 o'clock now.
Yeah. Next week another trial.
Yeah, can we start like weeklies maybe at 8? That would help.
In the morning.
No, in the evening.
Oh. Okay, well, thank you, Sergey.
You're welcome.
Matthias.
Hey. I have,
the first 5 minutes.
if you want to.
I think everybody wants to.
Yeah, I'm gonna see
The sound part. And then the internet can see it too.
Okay.
Why not? Huh?
Where?
Yeah, in my wiki, there's the edit latest.
The crappy version.
You were on it, yeah.
You see all the bugs and the unfinished things and the JPEG versions.
Because now we are about 5 shots away from having everything rendered once. Something
Really?
like this. Yep.
Good. All right. 5, 4, 3.
No, it's a bug.
Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Oh, come on. You have a moment, sir.
I'm kind of in the middle of something here. Yes, thank you.
I've come a long way for you, Frank. My name is Victor. Hi. You are Frank. Oh, you are so much more than just a sheep, aren't you?
Oh, yeah? How would you know?
Look at you. You're an adventurer, Frank. Just like me. You're a lone wolf. Tell me, does one choose to be alone? No, one doesn't. One doesn't even choose to be a wolf. Or does one?
Well, Mr. Hector,
Victor.
I don't know what you're on about, but I'm just a sheep minding its own business. I suggest you do the same.
No, Frank, wait. No, this is not the way. Just give me 1 minute of your precious time.
Precious time.
Yeah, just give me 1 minute. You would have 1 more minute, wouldn't you? Okay, half a minute. You will not regret this. The adventures you will have, all the lives you ever wanted. All you've been missing. Here, this is the best product we have in store. Variable spin speed, excellent tumble performance in one handy device, squeaky clean.
Well, this better be good. It took me ages to tie that rope with my fucking hoofs.
No more need for this. No more shit.
See how weird that moment is?
That's previous sound, and that's
Wait.
that's the standard sound, and what's before is the first batch of 40 from here. You can stop it.
I can stop it. I didn't understand. Wait, Tenay. Wait. So, what do you have to say about it?
So no, it's just I received this today from Eric. So it's the first batch of sound recording for the 40. So it's not mixed. There's still lots of extra voices stuff from Frank that are need to be edited or removed or whatever. He put everything because I sent him everything. There's also lots of sound design to refine, like the branch sounds and stuff, which is a bit too extreme in the beginning or stuff like that. And that's it. And of course, yeah, it's not mixed, so it's a bit, everything is weird and not balanced at all. So that's it. And for the rest of the week, well, you can scroll through all the images. I did kind of a Yalti style this week. So I put everything in the folder. There's no real order. It's just, it's all the, yeah, it's all the shots I've been working on this week. So not all of them actually, but most of them. So I was focusing on lighting the tornado scene. So I just tweaked many shots. So this one, I did those 3 shots that needs to be refined also, because there is some lighting in the beginning, but then we switched to some color lightings that just sparkle from the tornado all over the island. So this needs to be added.
Hidden in the corner and then something in the sky.
Yeah, it could be a splash screen also, like 1 week too late.
Oh yeah,
So-
report is possible.
So this, which is
Nice.
this is the same 3 shots, CD 1, 2, 3, and this is some early test renders for the inside of the tornado from what Andy made, trying to find the right shading and look. Hello. Motion blur test. Bam. Which is not, when it's not buggy, it's not too extreme on the times on this, so it was okay. Yeah, you can go over them. I spent a lot of time on this one, so. And yeah, one of the last shots of the movie, trying to find also the good balance for the rotation of the tornado. The very last shot of the island. And yeah, some early test without tornado, just the GoPro shot without the smokes, which looks a bit weird.
Interesting.
So yeah, that's mainly what I did this week.
Cool.
And yeah, next week I think we will have all the shots rendered at least once, and I still have to balance some lighting things for the beginning of the tornado. It's a bit so that's it.
Cool.
I don't have anything.
You skip. Did you do anything?
No. I have a playlist that you can just press and execute. Yeah, the happy playlist.
Somebody's happy.
Don't open it in VLC, maybe.
Not in Farol?
No, VLC is much better. Yeah. Okay. So this week, let me share it.
Yeah, turn on that too.
Yeah, this week I've been doing smoke simulation for and some lighting for the parts where the tornado comes out of the sky, and also some vortices and things like to make the interaction between the drum and the sky more believable. You can just flick through them. There's this one, the drum coming out of the sky with Victor in the foreground and a tornado forming. And then next one has, like, that's the one where we look from below, from Frank's perspective. The next one, that's one I actually did today with the tornado that comes up when Frank gets picked up. Then I did some grass simulation, just some all the shots where Frank sees the tornado and looks up into the sky. Next one, yeah, this one, next, like all the C1 till C3. And then I had the big one, which was I2, which is the big money shot. So this was the beginning of the week. Then I had some feedback from Mathieu, and I tried to get it to work to make it look like there's a tornado chasing the sheep. So it's kind of difficult. And now next one, I think, goes closer. Yeah, so we had some problems finding the right balance, so how stuff should follow him and when it should catch him. But then it had to look more like a giant cylinder that follows him, like a twisted vortexy thing. So Mathieu made a mock-up for me. That's not it. Probably the next one. No, next. Yeah, this one. So I started using his mock-up objects as smoke simulation. So if you go to next, I think there's like one more. Yeah, and the next one is, I think, the final one. So yeah, it had to have the feeling of a giant vortex tube cathedral thing where we look up, and actually when we look up, there's going to be the center of the tornado that we already have. So I hope.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
That's the money shot for next week.
Yeah, that has to be rendered somehow. It's not too complicated. It's just a bit tricky to get the materials and the shaders to look as good as the OpenGL preview, because somehow the OpenGL looks awesome, but then if you render in cycles, it looks boring again. So you have to tweak some shaders and push some buttons, and yeah. But that's for next week. And I think, yeah, that's it, probably.
How's the proof? No, it's okay, it's okay. Everything is
Come
fine.
on.
No, oh, okay.
Yeah, there is another.
Cool.
I do this. I look like a champ.
Look, this chair.
I'm going to give him the share.
Cool. So this week I continued working on the second shot of the jungle, which was in blocking last week, and now it's splined. It needs a final, like it still needs a pass of detail, but it's getting there. So you can show version 11 first. That was what I had like. So yeah, this morning, well, this afternoon, that's the version I had.
This is what it is.
No, that's not. And after showing it to Mathieu and Hjalti, they suggested me to take a reference because timing and expression, there's a lot of things going on.
I'm interested in seeing the reference. I haven't watched it yet, so.
Well, there is the ref edit first if you want, just for the reference. This the last one, yeah. So Hjalti. Now I'm doing caterpillars. Like actor studio stuff. So yeah, basically what gave me it was a really good idea to do it because well, I was lacking some timing stuff, also for the expression it was helping me, and more asymmetry for the hands and stuff like that. So I retimed, and that made the version 12. With ref if you want that one, because I also retweaked. Yeah, so it's a bit different, but I think it's yeah, so it's just more, it's a bit well, I think it's better, it looks better. The timing is more believable, and it's longer now, it's 700 frames. So
Oh no, the movie gets longer.
yes. There was a lot going on. I mean, he's like discovering his body, and he has like to come from fear to amazement to happiness, like confusion. So it takes time to actually give all this emotion, and it's kind of
It's nice.
an important
Yeah,
moment of the movie.
the moment we see him as a caterpillar.
So yeah, it totally is important, and yeah, I think that's it. It should be finished. Well, I think one day or two, I think one day more, and it should be finished. Yeah, 1 day or two. Yeah, something like that. And yeah, that's it.
Jan.
Okay. Yeah. Just play the flock sequence. I've just basically been doing hair sim this week. So these are all the shots. There's 8 of them.
So
that's that. But well, I was just going to explain. That's still work in progress. There's a few of those shots. Like I need to get even though the settings were the same, each shot it looks like it has very different intensity of wind. So I'm going to try to unify that.
I love the emotion.
Yeah. So anyway, that's me.
you still have hair yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's quite good. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, okay, I guess.
the rendering, you have any info about that?
No, we still have to figure out how to do that. At the moment, it's crashing all the time. There's too much stuff to put in memory.
Yeah.
One of those shots has 60 sheep.
It only fits in the Intels.
I rendered one with 9 sheep.
Yeah, there's a few, like it varies from about 910 to 60.
Yeah.
And the 61 has got the 60 different caches, which are all about 1.2 gig each. So, yeah, so we're going to have to try to split it up.
Yeah.
But
there is no shadows in there.
No,
it's blurred anyway.
so it's easy to compose it.
Yeah, it's easy.
anyway, not my department. I just,
The next one.
So you can go to Alien Victor.
That's it.
That one is kind of cute. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So
What happened?
so thing is,
So we have a new movie.
yeah. So this is the new character. He's sucking a lemon. No, yeah. So the thing is, his jacket was never meant to be anything else than just like this thing really close to his body that maybe moves a bit in the breeze. And when in the laundromat, he's climbing out of the washing machine, just to sync up with the rest of the movie, his jacket needs to kind of float down because it isn't buttoned.
It's glued.
Yeah, it's glued. Yeah, he's so sweaty that it's just yeah.
And wet.
No, so
Because of the washing.
yeah,
You washed
exactly.
it.
Yeah, it's shrinking. Yeah, so I started trying to do that, and I was trying to come up with a lot of different solutions to do it, or like, maybe adding a couple of bones that maybe do some stuff and tweak some stuff, doing some shape keys. Thing is, this rig completely breaks if you go to edit mode. That's what happens if you go to edit mode. So like I actually started doing, I didn't notice this at first because I was focusing on the back and trying to make sure that it was functioning properly. And I was like working all these shape keys. I didn't look at the face. And then when I finally got into the scene, I saw his face and thought, damn, okay, I broke it. But it was all local, of course. But the thing is, even my solution didn't work because like I did shape keys. I was trying to like do shape keys, add a couple of bones, those drive the shape keys, and just to push the jacket a little bit away. just so we wouldn't get so many intersections at the back. When that happens, it comes up against the cage, I guess, and just goes in the wrong direction. So even the solution that I was kind of hypothetical didn't work. So it failed on 2 levels. It was like half a day for me. It was quite exciting. So,
but what you can do is only a little flap. That's it.
well, I mean, like the jacket was kind of only meant to do that, like the rig system I have. And like if you take some of the control bones for the jacket, it was never meant to, like if you rotate it, it's not actually rotating that stuff. It's influencing like a spline IK. Yeah, so you're kind of just barely influencing that up to a degree. So I just went ahead and tried anyway to animate the jacket going down, and it was just frame by frame, like making it kind of, and a lot of times I would have to just randomly pick up any bone I could see and see what it did. Because a lot of them, if you start rotating, they rotate in the wrong direction or something weird is happening. So you can maybe just play the latest version. Well, there's an alt also. Can play that first. That's just that's not from the camera angle. It's just more of a close-up, so you can see a little bit better the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, I play blasted the entire shot, so 12 seconds in or something. Wow. Victor, are you in there? I said action. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, that was a massive headache. And then on top of that, of course, he's like brushing it off, and I made sure that it actually does some brushing when it happens. And yeah, then of course, we when I started animating this thing, that was, I think this is the first shot I started animating. This was before we had the actual. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, on Blender 2, right? No. Yeah. So when I came back to it, some of the animation was a bit crooked because the model, the rig had updated, of course, as it should. So that meant I had to go over the entire damn thing and just fix things like all these weird intersections. So Mathieu mentioned to me that he would want the headphones to be like, so he comes out of the thing with the headphones because it's a really good connection to the island where he is coming from, which is a great idea. It adds a little bit of complexity, just a little bit. So now I have the jacket thing going on, and then I found a pretty decent moment for him to just kind of casually take the headphones down to his neck.
Oh.
But then the headphones need to be animated, and when he's doing all this stuff with the jacket and brushing, I need to make sure that the headphones are also doing everything. Yeah.
And I'm waiting for the wire animation.
Yeah, that's gonna be the last thing I animate.
Yeah, it's your rig.
Yeah,
you have no one to blame.
I know. It's like, yeah, it's all on me. So you can play the one that doesn't have _alt in it, and that's the most recent one. Yeah. So also in the shot, he has in these two shots, he has a pocket in his jacket, and it was always meant to have some kind of a pocket, but most of the time, it wasn't visible, so there was no pressure to actually make the pocket. And then now when I'm doing it, I'm like, okay, we never made it. So after now realizing that I just can't go into the rig and add a pocket, I had to just make a pocket rig and then frame by frame add it into the shot.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rig's too heavy. Unadjustable.
Stop motion, 24 frames per second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah. Not only did I do that, I did it, and then I started getting feedback from a lot of the people around me, exactly the same feedback, which was
They all said it's awesome.
No. That was very valid. That as he's doing it, he kind of slows down, and there was a reason for that. But because he's like using his leg to actually close the door behind him. But now because that's kind of off camera, we don't really feel like, yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh.
You did it.
What happened? What are you doing?
Check something.
Oh God.
Okay.
What happened?
No, continue.
Oh, this totally, yeah.
So there was a slowdown moment.
Yeah. So I had to speed it up, but that also meant that I had to kind of re-animate the
Yes,
pocket.
you did.
But what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't say it. We don't say it.
Wait.
We just point at it.
The fan isn't supposed to be going, or
There's
it is
something on the fan.
There's something on the fan.
Yeah, there's something.
Oh.
Nobody will. Yeah.
Did you notice the fan?
Yeah.
What's happening on the
There's
fan?
the
I
fan
don't know.
suddenly.
Fast weekly is a good weekly.
Yeah, we have a.
Something-
Last week there was no
Yeah.
fan.
But something you find
Okay,
out
just
if you
clap already.
check out-
Fine.
What happened now with the pocket?
Yeah, we'll
That's an
find out
exciting story.
Well, you saw the pocket, right?
Yeah.
Some feedback
Yeah,
here
then
to
what?
change it.
We had
Well,
to
I
change-
had feedback
We
I
regarding
had
it.
to
right?
reanimate
And
again.
I had
the
to,
pocket.
like, not from scratch, but yeah, like half
This
of
is
the
the
animation.
reanimated.
Yeah, this is the reanimated.
Oh.
Also, funnily enough, I had totally, because I was so focused on that one area, I forgot that, oh yeah, he goes back into the pocket to get the matchbooks. Yeah, it's okay. So I had to do the thing again.
Is he striking it?
Yeah. But he doesn't light it up, you know? No smoking, no smoking.
But there's fire on the.
There's fire.
Oh my God.
Almost
Sparkles.
smoking doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly. You can't be almost pregnant.
Therefore, you cannot be
Next.
almost smoking.
Manu! Manu!
Yeah.
Right. Did you have
Oh,
to-
we clap. Everybody clap.
Yeah, that's right. But then you kept talking.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Fast weekly is a good weekly.
Yeah, just play. From the weekend render farm. So I guess these are the final frames.
The pocket is gorgeous, right? Somebody said.
Oh, thank you.
You did it 4 times the bigger screen again.
But yeah, it's the old stuff that has been rendered. Next one, yeah, the lighting has changed, but yeah, and the next one, this is the old, but still I think the first rendered version of the laundromat. So, but it has the old version. Yeah, it's good to make these to see what breaks. But seems to be working. But yeah, you can put the next one. Yeah, this is old stuff.
What?
Yes, my second simulation. Caching stuff. You can put the next one because it's the same thing with the environment. And yeah, nothing. It's only the moving for thing. And the next one, yeah. This shot also changed. But yeah. Oh. Yeah, and my document changed about caching. Well, yeah, I just updated it because it's the same one, and in the next file you can see the changes. LibreOffice has this nice thing you can compare documents. I think it's nice, but yeah, nothing special. Just to have the procedure clearly for myself to remember, to remember, because it's complicated.
Constantly changing procedure to include a cache.
What?
The file is constantly changing.
Oh,
Right.
not the procedure. The procedure is also something.
Yeah, it is.
Procedures in current flux.
Yeah.
Everything is changing.
I like the smileys.
Yeah, next. Yes, a laundromat. Back to the old, not so colorful version, and now there is the first particle things, and yeah, some details, something, and next. This is the latest at the moment.
There is little tornadoes inside.
Yeah.
Cool.
And some subtle texture stuff. That's it. And next one is the close-up shot.
Oh, this is not bad.
Well, I mean the next shot of the laundromat. This one. This is the beginning of the week. So, but it was totally wrong lighting. So in the next one.
Beautiful cable.
The lighting gets different, and better, I guess. And next one, and next one, and next one.
Yeah, there is pocket.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
And this is the latest of this close-up thing.
Even with motion blur.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can't do that. But motion blur is needed for the tornadoes inside the washing machines. So
It could be a different scene.
yeah.
No, you can enable
Per object. Oh yeah, you can disable for this object and.
So what are the tornadoes? It's an image rotating?
No,
Or it's actual tornadoes?
Yeah, it's some particle system, boxes
Oh, wow.
or something. Do I?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, but okay.
Go for it. This happens.
It's good. Yeah, that's it.
Antonio.
All right.
Really good stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna show something. No.
On yours.
So. So
On your face.
the beginning.
It's in your face.
Let me see my face. So
No. A bit of tone because you might
low
see.
internet. So at the beginning of the week, I started with a small request by Mathieu, where he basically wanted. Let me see. Basically, I'm gonna show what the problem. Basically, when he's editing, and okay, so when he's editing, he often goes and cuts up stuff in little pieces. And again, please, right, etc. All right. So he wanted a way to do his color balance edit here, like that. So, for example, he was working on this piece, which is the same footage as everything else. So he wanted to tweak stuff here and then have the same changes at the rest of the pieces, basically. And we didn't have that, but now we do have that, because if we go up here, we have this copy to selected strips modifier, and when you press it, you get the same thing everywhere. Interesting thing for you. Go over one of those. See, watch the footage in the timeline. Go over.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
What
visible.
happened?
What? Maybe you might need to refresh it if there's no. Yeah.
The next one, if you want to see it, you have to either refresh or hide it and hide it.
Yeah. I could make it work. That's no problem. So that's what I have to show in Blender, and then I'm going to show some things because I've been working on the viewport project again. And even though I cannot show you in real time, I have to share some results. So I'm going to open my test files. So this is a scene, which is basically the mic pan test scene that we all know and love. And I'm using the redraw timer, which is a feature in Blender, and basically it redraws a frame buffer 10 times. And I've made comparison between two builds. This is the first is 274, and the next is a custom build I'm working on locally. So first we're doing 10 draw calls. This is some instances of the car which are joined into one mesh, so we don't have to. Basically, Blender slows down with many objects, so we want to factor that out. We will have to make it better at some point, but now we just want to measure pure GPU performance. So those are joined into one object, and they're comprised mostly of quads. And the idea is that the optimization that I did is mostly helpful in theory for quads, and makes it use less memory and faster drawing. So this is the slow, the 274. So this is the timing is about 1200 milliseconds. And this is the fast one, which is about 900 milliseconds, which is about 25% increase. Next, I triangulated the mesh because, as I told you before, it's supposed to work better with quads. So I wanted to see how the worst case would basically act. So we have about the same timings, and again, I didn't expect that. We have better timing in the new code, which is using instance drawing. And the most impressive thing is wireframes. This is the old 274. It's about 700 milliseconds, and the new branch is about 370 milliseconds. And it's pretty bad because we actually had, in Blender, we had to actually iterate through all the edges in the CPU every time we drew a frame. And we didn't have to do that. So now it's being cached and it's being drawn. I'm using some smart tricks to separate hidden edges from non-hidden edges. And it's basically much smarter. And the wireframe drawing is already in master, and the first slides that I'm showed, which is the index drawing, is going to go next week in master. So yeah.
76.
Yeah. So that's it from me.
Wow.
Hello.
The viewport is getting optimization. Okay. Hello.
Render department.
The render department, the farm department. So this, I could show the farm. What did I do this week? I started writing a text file of what I did. Was mostly fixing, but then I stopped because it's not very efficient. But we got a few shots final. I've been doing mostly render farm stuff, like opening files, sending, trying to get them right. Then, for example, a shot like this, it's not really exciting to see because you won't see any difference, but it's a little game. So this shot, and this shot, one of them, the two of them take 25 hours to render on the fastest computers here, and the other one takes 2 hours to render. One of them has, two of them have motion blur. One of them doesn't. Can you even tell which one is it?
It's a bug.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
It's a feature.
No, I don't know. The thing is, we've been rendering this since the 26th of May, and we finished it rendering on Tuesday because we, it's not that it's been rendering since then. It was low priority, so we stopped it and blah, blah. But the thing is, yes, it was making the renders 25 hours on an Intel, on the computer here, 64 gigs RAM and fast. Anyway, so that's another shot that we got finished. This one, the 111G, got with another 13 seconds. This one's around 33 seconds. So this week we got around 1 minute. We should have get more, way more. But this is final. This is 2,000 samples. This is when we were young and what they saying? There's a steel. we were young and we enabled 2000 samples, motion blur, and the depth of field and everything. So, and even volumetrics for the background. And this is supposed to have physics and moves, not physics, but the simulations. And anyway, then I moved into this guy, which was actually more about this guy, about covering for people. The Caterpillar, yes, the rig was great, but it didn't have UVs, it didn't have shaders, it didn't have anything. The geometry was different from the other guy, from the shading, so I spent quite some time fixing manually. I used the transfer mesh data stuff from Bastian, worked great, but the geometry wasn't perfect, so I had to fix some parts. But it's awesome. So I worked on getting the character right, and then I did some tests, more tests. This was actually a bigger render I did overnight, I think. Yes. But yeah, basically trying to get the and that's the last one, or this is the last one. Yeah. So yeah, basically trying to get this scene to work and the names to be fine. Can you believe that Frank Caterpillar mesh object was called Geo Victor? Yes. Among other things, the files have been fixed, have been cleaned, so people in the cloud were gonna have it nice clean. I also added some drivers to control the shaders of the shader of the guy, because it used to be like very waxy and this too red, but now I tried to make it a bit more this whiter, and just controlling some stuff and adding some materials, and yes. So this is the status, and I think next week I can keep working on the other ones. But yeah, the slowest part was to get the character fine and the shaders of the background environment, and sending stuff to the farm, and that's it.
Good. That's it. What?
Yes.
Yeah. What time is it?
It's 7:10.
Good. Time to close.
Time to close. Say goodbye, people.
So if
Goodbye, people. Bye. Bye.
everything is according to plan, next week is the last weekly.
What?
I think. Yeah.
Ever.
Ever.
Of the Gooseberry project for far, the pilot.
Wow.
Next week we have to be finished.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Only rendering will continue and some
Wow.
tweaks and stuff. And then everybody will be moving to tutorials and documentation and other crap.
Cleaning of the files and stuff. Yes.
The fun part.
The fun part. Making the DVD cover, the Blu-ray cover. Making the website HTML.
Anyway, so
Yes, happy. Fun time.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye, people. Hey, bye-bye. Bye-bye.